Hey guys, Nexo here from Greedy Dragon Brewing. Happy homebrew any day, because any day is a great day for homebrew. And of course, today is no exception. It's also Thirsty Thursday, so happy Thirsty Thursday to you. Who? You. Who? You. That's right. Cheesy, I know. I'm super excited because my baseball team, the Toronto Blue Jays, are in the American League Championship Series, which starts tomorrow against the Cleveland Indians. Why am I excited about that? Because it occurs on a Friday night. It means that I don't have to work the next day, which means that I get to watch baseball and drink copious amounts of alcohol, which means I may well produce a Pauly Detmer style happy video of my own. We'll have to see. We shall have to see. Anyways, I'm cautiously optimistic that my team will go all the way this year. I have memorabilia from when they won the World Series in the 90s, and I'm hoping to add to that collection. Now, you never want to count your chickens before they hatch, so again, cautiously optimistic. Now, moving on, have you ever gone to the liquor store because, well, quite frankly, your beer is carbonating and you need something to drink? You don't want to break the budget, so you go and you grab a beer that looks interesting and relatively cheap, not expecting a whole lot. Well, that happened to me the other day, and what do you know? I actually surprised myself. I picked up this beer, Sneaky Weasel. Cool name. It's foxy, shifty, wildly crafty Sneaky Weasel, coming in at 5.6% ABV, and this is a craft brewed lager. Made right here in British Columbia, Canada. I think it was made in Vancouver, coming in at 5.6% ABV. Why is that significant? Well, for one, it came in at $7.29 for a 6-pack, which by British Columbian standards, Canadian standards, is very, very, very inexpensive for beer. In fact, it came below the cost of standard off-the-shelf beers like Budweiser and so forth. So at $7.29, I wasn't expecting very much, to be quite honest. And was I surprised? Look at this beautiful, beautiful beer. Now, I normally drink IPAs and red ales, brown ales, things a little bit more on the crafty side, so I usually steer clear against more generic style lagers, etc. So for me to buy this was maybe a show of desperation, but not any longer. Look at how clear that is. You can see me there. Super clear. Getting the lacing on the glass, perfect carbonation. And off the nose, you get this awesome breadiness, light maltiness, mixed with the right amount of bitterness, finishing clean, cool and refreshing. This honestly is a very well brewed beer, and at $7.29 for a 6-pack, this is a frickin' steal. A frickin' steal. And like I said, I'm not big on lagers, but this is one that I will buy and drink and drink. Very refreshing, very well done. So, if you're living in British Columbia, Canada, see if you can find the Sneaky Weasel and make that decision for yourself. Beyond that, we had some company that came over and got into some gin. What makes this fantastic? Well, one, I don't really drink hard alcohol. I like whiskey, and I've never really tried gin before. This is noteworthy gin, and this is craft brewed right here in the Okanagan Valley. In fact, it's from Gallagher Lake, which is by Oliver, British Columbia. This is a new Western dry gin, 43% ABV. I don't drink any hard alcohol neat. I have a hard time with hard alcohol, actually. So I had this with a light ginger ale and a light tonic, and I was very impressed. Super smooth, super tasty, and you know, hard alcohol in Canada, for the most part, it was actually illegal to brew or distill your own hard alcohol right up until recently, based on old prohibition laws that had been on the books forever. And following the craft brewing movement, the government had eased a lot of the restrictions on all types of alcohol, including wine and spirits. So the end result is that you have a lot of new distilleries, craft distilleries, that are making very unique and tasty products. Tasty, just like, you know, when you make your own beer and stuff, you've got your own distinct flavor, that soul that you impart into your beverages. Well, the craft distilling market is very much like that and very unique. And I'm very interested to see more of what's available. I do know that there's some craft distilled whiskeys that I'd be interested in trying. From the valley, there's also a black vodka that was being made by one distillery. So really cool things on the entire, I guess, brewing front. So just thought I'd do a shout out to Noteworthy Gin and all craft distillers out there. Beyond that, a couple shout outs. One to Big Banana Brewing. I missed him in my previous video. He also did a shout out for Chatham Brew, trying to get his Chatham Brew subscribers up. And I loved how Big Banana did it. He did like a little kind of cameo cut phase kind of video clip, talking about the Groundhog Day for Chatham Brew. And we've all been there in the YouTube community where you have subscribers and your count goes up and you're watching it and it's like, oh, I'm almost there, and then it drops right down and you kind of hit a plateau where you're like just repeating and repeating. For me, that was kind of like that just before 400 subscribers. It just kind of plateaued and then it would drop off. You gain some subscribers and then they'd leave. And I guess Chatham Brew was experiencing something similar to that. He was, I think, around 125 subscribers and couldn't cross that threshold. So Big Banana gave him a big shout out and giving him a push to get more subs. So I subbed up, and I think you should too, because all of us who are spending our time doing YouTube videos and stuff, it is time consuming, and it's nice to have your support and your comments and your feedback and all that cool stuff. I also like to do a shout out to the Hapless Ginger Brew, right? Because your content is awesome. And was it Damien Bannon, who just started his own YouTube channel? I think Dino had already given him a shout out, and Zane. He's from Australia and he just started into brewing and he's posted his own video content. So I subscribe to that too. And if I've forgotten you, or if you have a channel and I'm not subbed to you for some reason, just hit me a note and I'll try to get around to watching your videos and stuff. I'm a little bit behind on that. And with all the SJ Pour challenge videos that are floating around right now, you know, everybody kind of gets lost a little bit in the shuffle. And of course we all have our own time constraints. But what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to give a couple shout outs, you know, every video that I come up with, just to let you know that I'm watching and I appreciate everything that you do. And again, I'm over 400 some odd subscribers, so thank you for watching my shit. I know it's not high quality stuff, I ramble, I do whatever, but I really do appreciate you watching. Final note, now with Kelowna Brew Supplies being available per my last video, I can get a hold of a lot more all grain supplies and supplies that I need to make beer. So that means I'll be doing more all grain stuff, and it might mean that I have to follow through with some of the upgrades to my system that I have been planning. So hopefully there'll be some improvement videos coming up soon, and I'll be looking for your feedback and watching your videos to see how I can brew better, which is exciting. The other final note for the Canadian people that are interested in buying supplies from Kelowna Brew Supplies is that currently he does not have shipping set up. He's in negotiations. Sean is in negotiations with a couple of different carriers, and that should be available on his site soon. So there should be shipping across Canada very, very shortly. But for now, it's only locals that can buy direct, unless you make other arrangements directly through him. But anyways, I am super excited, and I've already been looking through his site, which has been expanding. He's added a lot of the products that I've been asking for or looking for, including some extra hops and some malts and specialty grains, and as well as equipment and other things that will be great, not only for me, but for a lot of other brewers. Anyways, tomorrow's baseball. Tonight is enjoying this great Sneaky Weasel Lager. Thank you for coming out again. This is Nexia. Come on over, pull up a chair, and have a beer with me. Cheers, and 17.